We're leveling up. Actually, we're probably getting downgraded. But it is time to level up. Welcome back, you Inglorious Bastards and Magnificent. It is I, Docomo, and we're back for another thought of the day. And it's time to level up our game and get into this more better. So before we even get into what we're talking about today, I want to get this out of the way. The social media censorship, if you've been paying attention, is getting out of damn control. They banned Ron Paul. Oh, my Ron Paul. Really? Really? That guy? It tells you that it's not about keeping people safe because that guy isn't an extremist. No, I mean, if banning Trump for not inciting violence because you want to say that he's inciting violence, like banning people because somebody might interpret what you say as calling for violence, it's not how the law, it's not how free speech works, it's not the right concept. So we got to get ready and we got to get going and we got to beat this machine. So the best way to do that is to join the email list at the website on www.that'sonpoint.squarespace.com. Join the email list. Get up-to-date information on when videos come out. You can watch every video directly from the website. You can access the merch store, everything from the website. And we're going to continue to improve access to that for you guys because we have to maintain our own. It's the only way this is going to work going forward, is if we can maintain our own. But please like, subscribe, share. That helps us beat the censorship machine. If you're on one of the audio platforms or whatnot, consider leaving a review. Help us move up in the rankings so we can get seen by more people. It will really help in the long run get us past all this censorship BS, because it's only going to get worse. Because like Parler is down, right? Yep, Parler is down. We're going to try and add the Daily Motion and Odyssey soon. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to go up, but we're going to spread out as much as we can because we really need your help in maintaining this forward. There's no other way. We're in this together, and it's the only way we move forward is together. I keep making content for you. You keep liking, subscribing, and sharing it out to people. And we go from there. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep all the way going until they kick in that door over there and send me into the gulag. Because this is important. If you can really help, consider $5 a month on Subscribestar or Patreon. You get early access to the That's On Point podcast. That's every Monday at 9 p.m. EST. And you can submit topics for this everyday podcast, which I haven't really locked down a time that it's going to be out every day at the same time because the schedule's weird. It gets edited and finished at different times. So anywhere between 8 and like 12-ish is when it normally comes out, EST. It has come out a little later than that, but it's never come out later than 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we'll get in a groove. We'll get in the schedule because it's relatively new. We're doing this everyday podcast, and we'll get it out there, and we'll get going. And we'll get a steady schedule for you guys, because that's the best way we can also help to maintain content and help push out there is have a steady schedule, because it keeps you guys coming back at the same time all the time. But this is an oversaturated market. I mean, well, at least it was before a whole bunch of people got kicked off these platforms. But people are being deplatformed. I mean, if you haven't lost Twitter or anything yet, it's probably time to delete it, because they're getting crazy. They're deleting politicians and banning. Like, this is illegal. This isn't just like a constitutional or a private company versus no. This is flat out illegal. You cannot ban politicians from social media platforms. Flat out illegal. There's a law against that. People have a right to access and communicate with their elected officials. So, like Ron Paul and Rand Paul, like Rand Paul was bitching about it, but Ron Paul shouldn't have been deleted. He shouldn't have been. He wasn't flat out banned. He was only like temporary banned. But he didn't do any wrong. He didn't break any terms of service, which I don't even really care about. It's not about terms of service, because there are tweets that even when you report them, they stay up. They don't go away. That are outright threats to people. But since they're leftists, it's okay. This is political biased communications disruption, and Star Wars said it the best. Communications disruption can only mean one thing. It's a precursor to something even worse. And that it was war. And here it's probably going to be war. We're probably going to be at war by the end of the year. I'm not condoning this or whatnot, but somebody's probably going to try and assassinate Joe Biden by the inauguration. That's why they don't want people there. That, and so they can be like, oh, it's the biggest online number inauguration in the U.S. history, just to make them seem worse than it was. But I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. That's what this is about. What happens now? Like, how do we proceed forward from this point in history when we got this 1984 totalitarian mess going on? This is probably the most important question any of us can ask each other in this time. Like, at this point in time, we have to figure out where we go from here. It's not enough that you criticize about things and we talk crap about things. We have to come up with plans, like alternatives. Because I could be like, well, let's not open the economy all day long. But if I don't have an alternative to why we should close or open the economy, I can't really speak. I have no room to speak. I'm just complaining, and I'm not really serving the community. I'm not pushing forward the narrative. I'm not forwarding the agenda. I'm not helping to improve lives. So I don't know what we're going to do here. There's a few options that we can have moving forward. I mean, one is flat out all out war. That's the one I'd like to avoid, flat out war. I mean, stop sending me damn notifications, bitch. But yeah, I'd like to flat out ignore all of that. Like, I don't want war between American people. It'll spill out in the rest of the world, and it's a big mess we don't need. Because in the end, we're just going to have to, we're going to get so sick of people on both sides dying that we're going to sit down at the table and we're going to compromise. So if we're going to go that route, we might as well just sit down at the table now and compromise. Like, why go through the damn crap? Another thing you can do is, if you're in a rural area or whatnot, is just not listen to the government. Just open your business and do your own thing. You have the infrastructure there. You know the police officers. You know your neighbors. You know everything, and you control that area. Just don't listen. Tell the government to fuck off with this random bullshit, and continue your life. Now, if you're in one of these areas where it's closed down, it's gonna be harder for you, like New York. Even though Como is now, we should open the store now that the election is over. They're talking about opening up the economy. We have to open it up. We can't do this anymore. We shouldn't have done it in the beginning, you piece of shit. But now that you've killed a whole bunch of old people, you want to open it back up. Mission accomplished. I demonized the Jewish community and I killed a bunch of old people with a disease. Democrats. But yeah, no, the world is getting crazy and we have to move forward from here together.